Hi, Dirt fans. Welcome. We're back here tonight. Charlotte. That's right. Charlotte Dirt Track here for the 358 Modifieds out here tonight for the Cool Race Coast to Coast Racing League. And it's the Thursday Night Thunder presented by SBGC 3D Printing. And speaking of SBGC 3D Printing, check them out at sbgc3d.com. Tom Taylor and Company definitely gets you picked up. Well, it's going to be a night here because we are going to crown some champions. And last night we crowned a lot. Actually, we crowned the 305 and the 360s. And I got the 305 champ up here with me, Nick. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I had a lot of running around to do right when I got off work, but I knew we were crowning more champions tonight, so couldn't miss it for the world. So.
Well, you know, last night was a good night for you. Had a pretty good finish there in the 360s, and obviously capping off that 305 championship last night. Well, you're in the hunt for a couple more tonight. You and Blake Chapman there here in these 358s, and then plus you and Ryan Beagle later on in the small block, big block tight battle there. So walk away with here some more championships.
Yeah, you know, definitely hats off to really everybody throughout the league. You know, this season's probably been, in my opinion, a closely fought championship for really every division. You know, I sometimes when I have some free time, I'll run over there and just check out standings for, you know, even races that I don't or classes that I don't race in, and it's pretty tight, pretty much, you know, any division that you're in. So it's definitely been a good season, and looking forward to capping off another night tonight, and then I think we've got one more next week. So.
There you go. Well, it's good as right now they're in a little bit of practice. Looking on over here soon to the Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. Everybody's going to enjoy it. And we got our Super Dirt Car Series big blocks here. Right now the 358 Modifieds on the track. Let's watch these guys kind of storm around this place here. And kind of pointers do you got for us here tonight, Nick?
You know, this track is typically one or two lines is going to be fast. Either the bottom's going to be fast, or the top's going to be fast, or both are going to be fast. So it'll be interesting to see how they play out with the different divisions in the 358 and the big blocks. In early prediction, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of small blocks in the second race. I think it'll be pretty dominant with the big blocks. But you never know. A couple weeks ago, I was just wrong. So I think it'll be interesting to see how the track wears out differently with the two different horsepower cars. And then for the Pro Late models, you know, Pro Late models here at Charlotte it's typically a pretty fast top side. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's the same old as far as kind of things to look out for. You know, you don't want to get into the wall, and then you don't want to hit those tractor tires at the bottom of the track, because I promise they don't move no matter how hard you hit them. So it's about all I've got for now. You know, I can't give away all my secrets yet, but.
Oh, okay. Well, absolutely not. I mean, you know, definitely got that championship fight here. And Chapman's been a fast one all season long. And we'll see if we can cap that off here. Biggest thing with the 358, I know later on as we get over here to qualifying, what's your take on when we go to big blocks, small blocks? What's the preferred method here?
Yeah, I think with the small blocks, I think you're going to see a lot of low and middle racing, and then I think you'll see some guys venture up to the top of the feature, and I think it's going to be kind of the opposite for the big blocks. I think you're going to see a lot of guys run the middle early, and then you'll see guys running the top at the beginning of the feature for the big blocks. But I mean, like I said, you know, with the big blocks, it could go either way, because if a lot of guys are running the top in the big blocks through the heat races and the consolation, then the bottom might be a factor for mid. Feature, you know, so you never really can tell. And you know, you mentioned the points battles. You know, me and Ryan Beagle are in a points battle for the big block, and you know he loves the bottom. So it'll be interesting to see if the track plays in his favor tonight.
Absolutely. We pull it over here to Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. Check out the Pit Stop Podcast on the Coast to Coast Racing Network week to week, as always. Get here to see what these guys can do. Also check out all the information on the Cool Race Coast to Coast Racing League over on c2crl.com. You get all the up-to-date information on what's happening there. We're getting set here for the final time here tonight, Thursday night, guys. I'm going to put that quick time down right now. Logan Gill and up top. Mark, Tony, Agnew. That's what they say. Anton. Maybe Anton. Right now, Chapman's in the 8th place spot. There's Vic slamming it up there into the... Pulls it up in right in front of Chapman.
And I am ready whenever you are.
Well, let's go on board here with Nick. He's going to show us some trouble spots here on the track here tonight.
All right, so I kind of mentioned it briefly, but really the things to watch out for here is the walls, number one, because the front stretch wall will reach out and grab you if you're not careful when you're trying to swing up. And then as far as just riding around the top, I think tonight we're going to see the berm pretty much go away for the top side in pretty much every division, because I think some guys are going to venture up there and stay up there. But staying out of the wall. Luckily here at Charlotte, this is my home track. I think it's Joe's home track as well. So. The good thing about this is all the walls are straight. The guys in Charlotte, North Carolina know how to build a racetrack. So all the walls are straight. There's no, there's no random jut outs of the wall that are going to reach out and touch your car if you're not careful. But really something else I really want to touch on here is these tires on the bottom. There's a funny meme on Facebook of a guy that is it, but he, if you hit these tires, it'll end your night, as you can see. But yeah, to stay out of trouble, and the track's really wide, so you should be able to. It should generate some good racing, and not everybody up on top of each other. So,
and you're right there talking about the tires. We head over to our heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. Check those guys out over on EmpireSuperSprints.com and on Facebook and Twitter. As we got Randy Shreves out front, Brian Lawson there in second, Dean Reynolds in third, Logan Gill in fourth, Butch Baker in sixth, Butch Baker fifth, TJ Boydell sixth, John Rayner seventh, Steve Bickler eighth, Bobby Good there in the ninth place. Remember, the top 4 automatically go to the feature, but I call the donuts down there at the end there, Nick, a lot, and you're right, they can jump out and bite you very quickly.
Yeah, from the in-car perspective, it's definitely not something you want to experience. We saw in the street stocks last night that, if you got VR on and you do a flip like that, and cars tend to get into you and stuff like that, it's never a good time, and it's actually really, really disorienting. So you want to make sure you do all you can do to stay away from it.
Oh, absolutely. There we go. Get set, go, green flag. It should be off on the pace car. Reeves, Lawson, Reynolds, Field out front. Here we go. Race 1. Race cars in. They'll march them around the turns here.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're underway here tonight. 358 season finale. Got Shreves out front getting a good jump. Battles home for that 4th place spot. You got Reynolds and Gill right there battling each other.
Yeah, it looks like Reynolds has a new paint scheme as well with the black and the orange. But this really second, third, fourth, and fifth, they're all two by two there throughout the field, and get kind of single file back there around Boydell. But a little bit of contact there between second and third.
Yeah, it is, and that's going to put Lawson up there now battling Reynolds for the third, 4th place spot for the moment. You got Boydell and Baker. Baker right there behind them. They're seeing if those guys in front make a mistake. Hopefully they can slip into the show here. Still Reynolds and Lawson battling it out, 3rd and 4th. Here comes Boydell to the inside, and he had to back it out a little bit.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where if you're in 5th or 6th right now, you want to be really careful not to battle too hard, because if you do, the top 4 pack will pull away from you pretty good, and then you kind of lost your opportunity to capitalize on a mistake. So it'd be interesting to see if they back out or they stay door to door for the entire feature.
And no doubt, got Gill still there, Shreves out front in this one. Lawson still hanging on to the 3rd place spot. He's got Reynolds behind him. Meanwhile, he's trying to work over Gill in that outside lane. Now they've kind of separated the top 4 from that 5th place car.
Yeah, it looks like fifth and sixth got into each other there a little bit in 1 and 2. So that kind of opened the door for the top four to pull away a little bit. Now they're 3 wide for fifth. So not doing a whole lot to pull that lead pack back in, racing that hard with each other, you know.
Yeah, 3 wide back there, 2 wide for the second, third place spot, and that has not gave up on each other. So the inside lane looks like it's holding pretty strong to that middle lane right now.
Yeah, right now the track's still pretty fresh, so the bottom's definitely still going to be there, especially with the smaller motors in the 358. You could definitely lift and roll back in the throttle on the bottom, and it can still be pretty quick here early in the night.
Good showing so far here. Still a battle for second place. Reeves out front, white flag one more time in heat race 1. Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprint. Who's going to get that second place? Going to be Gill or Lawson. Those two guys won't give it up. Looks like it's going to be Gill inching him out. Lawson in third. Reynolds there in fourth. And Shreves hang on to the top 5. Brings us over to heat race number 2. Super Dirt Car Series, the premier big block series. If you like the ground pound and earth shattering sound of big blocks, check out the Super Dirt Car Series. As we've got Phil Miller out front. Victor's going to start in second. Alex Pomerleau there in third. Mark Antonio, and I'm going to say Mark Anton there in fourth. Terry Landis up in fifth. Peter Breeze in sixth. Nathan Aldridge in seventh. And Joe's going to be our admin for this one. Again, top 4 automatic goes to that feature. Seeing that first one there, Nick, that you got to work on here.
Yeah, it's coming into a championship night. You want to make as many friends as you can. So when I saw that field qualified on the pole for my heat race, that made me feel a little bit better, because I know he's going to do all he can to keep his car on the bottom, being a teammate. And I don't have to worry about him sliding up into me going into 1. Hopefully I don't jinx that. But yeah, I mean, you want to be clean. You want to make sure you make it through the transfer, because you don't want to have to go through the consolation. It just makes the night that much harder. So just try to stay clean, I guess.
There you go. Well, here we go. We're getting set. Go green flag. Race number 2 here. Off one of those pace cars. Vic out there. Get the homicide on his car. We always like saying that. Captain Homicide. Charlotte. Dirt track. Still live down there, folks. Now, I know they got rid of one of the tracks. Asphalt track. Not the big one. There's a small... there's like 4 tracks down there. You got the drag strip, the dirt strip, a little small track, and then you got obviously the big NASCAR track down there. They're kind of all like side by side.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joe, when you go down there for an event, it makes it that much more fun, because you get to really see the facilities, and the facilities down there are really, really nice, and you can definitely tell that there weren't a whole lot of expenses spared for the entire Charlotte little corner here they got for racing.
Awesome sight to see. Like I said, we're about to get set here to go green flag racing. Heat race number 2 here tonight. Green flag. Bring these monsters to life. As Vic's going to storm out front for a moment. Miller's down low. Anton's right there sitting in third. He's got Pomerleau hanging on to the 4th place spot. Well, he's got company as everybody is 2 by 2. And by 2 right there behind him with Breeze Landis. Now Landis, he loves that low line. We'll see if he can't get that thing kicking. Don't want to get down there in those tires like I said earlier, but meanwhile, Pomerleau hanging on to the 4th place spot. Anton right there in third. It is still 2 by 2 racing so far. Man, it's some good heat style stuff happening right now. Now, but Vic got it, but like we saw in that first heat here, folks, that bottom lane was able to hold. It wasn't able to take an advantage, but it was able to hold its own down low. So you got Miller right there, down up underneath, along with Victory there up the top. He loves the top side, so Miller's going to take on the bottom. And right behind him, we got Anton and Pomerleau. They're battling, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, all door to door. And then you got the 5th place guy, Peter Breeze, sitting back here going, all right, guys, well, I don't know what to do besides sit back here and watch, maybe until the last lap or so. And we got 3 to go in this one. because there's really not any place he can go. Just sitting back here watching. He's hoping these guys make a mistake, but right now it's a side-by-side duel. You do see Miller now take the advantage up front. Vic's going to fall back in the second. Still races on for third and fourth. You got Pomerleau, Anton right there. You guys are going to kick it off door to door. Breeze right behind them. Coming up on the white flag. One more time. Heat race number 2 here. All Miller out front. Look at Pomerleau and Anton. Who's going to get this one as they come out of the turn 3 and 4. Pomerleau's right down low. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? Yep. Going to be able to drag race him to the line. Going to be Anton fourth, Pomerleau third, Victor second. Miller brings it home. Night. Heat race number 2. Let's see. That should probably swing us on over to heat race number 3. World of Sports. Folks, tell you what. World of Sports podcast. Come out, relax, laugh, and have a good time with Mike Rod. Take a dive in the crazy, exciting world of sports. A lot of guests out there, so check them out, the World of Sports podcast. You got Ryan Beagle out front. This one, Blake Chapman there in second. Cameron Evans on third. Brian Dickens fourth. Stephen Golden fifth. Jeffrey Barker sixth. Brandon Bender in seventh. And Barry Goldner's going to round out the 8th place spot. Did you learn anything good on that heat race there, Vic?
Not really. I mean, it kind of felt exactly how I thought it was going to feel, and it takes a lot to hit that bottom right. There in the beginning, I was starting to pull on field a little bit, and then there at the end, he figured out the bottom line and was able to clear me on the backstretch. So I just fell in line behind him and just tried to maintain that second place finish. But the bottom's starting to get slick. There's already a pretty big slick patch in the the low middle. So I think you'll see 2 pretty distinct lines through this race, and then through the consolation race. I think you'll see some guys on the extreme bottom by the tires, and I think you'll see some guys maybe trying to move up the track a little bit, trying to carry some of that momentum here in these the lower horsepower cars.
All right. And it looks like the low line was hanging pretty strong down there.
Yeah, if you hit it right, it's fast. And, as we talk about week in and week out, if anybody's going to hit it right, it's going to be Ryan Beagle. So he's definitely one to watch here in this heat race.
Absolutely. Yeah, if that low line comes in, he's definitely going to hook down there on the bottom. Him and Terry Landis is too, I know, that loves the bottom lanes. Green flag flies, heat race number 3. Got Beagle, Chapman, Evans. See what happens when the top 4 automatically go. Dickens right there in the 4th place spot so far.
Yeah, matter of fact, I ran an official with him, and it was pretty fun. It was actually at Charlotte as well, so I know he knows this track well, and he's fast anywhere he goes. So he's definitely one to watch as he tries to work over Chapman here.
Kind of unusual. Got Beagle out front, but he's up high there on that top side, so maybe not feeling comfortable down low. As you do see, it's down there with Dickens. He's trying to low line. He's battling for that 3rd place spot right now.
Yeah, I would say they were almost 3 wide coming off turn 4 there, so it's definitely, I think they're pretty tit for tat. You see that they're not really pulling, one's not pulling harder on the other, and vice versa. So if you can hit the bottom right, it's still fast, I think.
And actually, you can see right there, Cameron Evans, he fires on the inside, puts a slide job on Beagle. He got Chapman right there along with him with Dickens. So it's still door to door.
Yeah, and this is the good racing that Charlotte's known for. It's big enough that you can throw sliders on each other and give each other plenty of room, and it's not, you're not going to run into each other, and unless things are just really, really bad. But it's a really racy track, and especially with the way the track state is right now.
Chapman hanging on to 3rd, but he's got his hands full for the 4th place spot there with Dickens. He got Stephen Goldner outside looking in. 5th. I'll say that now. He's up there on the top side, going to take over that 4th place spot.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact there between Dickens and I'm not sure who that other car is, Cameron Evans. So it slowed a little bit of both their momentums on the backstretch, but they're still 2 by 2. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are not settled here as we come to the white flag.
Well, it's not. Like you just said, you got Beagle out front, Evans there in second, Chapman. Goldner's going to try it. Is he going to be able to drag race him out of 4 with Dickens down low? He's going to have Goldner up high. He's going to be here. He's going to grab that final spot out of 4. And Looks like the momentum of the high side. Dickens got it. Wow.
That was a really good heat race.
Yeah, that was a good one. Brings in our B main. Good banger racing B main here tonight. We got TJ Boydell out front, Peter Breeze in second, Stephen Goldner there in third, John Rayner in fourth, Barry Landis up in fifth, Jeffrey Parker in sixth, Butch Baker in seventh, Nathan Aldrich in eighth, Barry Goldner in ninth, Steve Biggsville there in tenth. So it should be admin in this one, Brandon Bender in 12th, Bobby Good in 13th. It should take 12, and there actually should be 12 out.
Yep. As long as Joe does not grid, there will be 12. Joe was racing. One would go home, though.
Yep. And Joe's race control. Like we always say, when that happens, you got two options usually, is to try to better your position to have a better start in the feature, or search around the track to see what better line it is so to prepare yourself better for the feature.
Yeah, and you know, I know John talks about it basically every week, but you know, everybody on the track right now is a driver. Everybody wants to win the race, you know, so when you're in the car in the consolation race, you know, your first priority is to make the race, but if everybody makes the race, then you definitely want to win, you know, so you're going to race hard, especially knowing that you're not, you know, it's not going to end your night if you happen to get involved in something. So I think you're not going to see any less of racing here because it's the consolation, especially knowing that everybody goes. I think you're going to see, just like the heat races tonight, you know, all three heat races tonight were really, really good, clean racing. So I think you'll see some of that here in the consolation as well.
No doubt. Here we go. Good consolation. Let me hear who your favorite drivers are out there, folks. Got Boydell, Breeze, and company. You're up there. Do you think it's going to be just all high side, or do you think that low line's going to come in the feature?
No, I think the low line's going to come in. I think the guys that can run the low line are going to be fast. Whether they, you know, because typically if you can run the low, you can run the high line pretty good. So I think you'll see guys that can run the low line. I think you'll see them going wherever cars aren't. And then guys like me who are typically better on the top than they are on the bottom, I think you might see people like me struggle because it's a little harder to run the bottom, in my opinion, at any track we go to. But I think you're going to see still two lines, but I think you'll see the guys that can run both lines pull to the front.
Green flag, B-main time here. These guys set off in the 358s. Modifieds here tonight. Them off, you got Breeze Boydell out front. For the back, you got the Goldner right there with them. Now's the time to see if Goldner's going to stick to that high lane or stay down low.
Yeah, I think the goal here right now, because he's really got Boydell and Breeze in front of him, you know, in two different lanes. So he's got to go to whichever line is going to be faster for him. That he can try and clear one of the cars, and then he'll probably move to the other lane and try to work over the leader there.
Right now he's sticking to the low line. He's trying to work over Breeze, who was up there on the stop side. Boydell's falling out there with him. Fix the back wrecking, unfortunately. Behind him, you got Rayner and Landis, and we know Landis, he loves that lower line.
Yep. And then if you look back at Goldner now, he did move up to the top. He cleared Breeze, and now he's going to try and work over Boydell. But behind the front three, you know, you've got Rayner and Barker and Landis really running side by side and racing each other really hard still.
Yes, we do. You got Rayner, like I said, Landis there. Goldner still trying to work over Breeze as he fires up on the top side. He tried the low line there for a while. Now he moves it up on the top end there in the cushion to see what he can do. Boydell out front still leading it. Meanwhile, like I say, behind them back here, Rayner, Barker, and company, they still got a side-by-side racing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been some pretty good racing so far. You know, there's been a couple incidents. I think there in the first corner, a couple guys got together. But outside of that, you know, it's pretty much that. You know, there's two distinct packs right now, and that second pack, they're racing pretty hard.
And it still looks like that middle low line is still valuable to use because they're able to hold it on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of times when you see a topside dominant track, the difference in speed is just outrageous, right? Like the top guys are just blowing past the guys on the bottom, and then it almost becomes like the asphalt stuff where you kind of get hung out to dry. Like if you can't make it to the dominant line, then you really struggle to maintain positions.
How front top Goldner up top and Boyd Hill sitting in front. He still ain't able to clear breeze, though, on that top side with a white flag out.
Yeah, it looks like he just did nose him out there at the flag. So they got about one more lap here. So we'll have to see how the momentum carries them all four here.
Yeah, off turn 4, final time. Let's see if the high side's going to be able to do it. And, just barely by inches. And see, the thing about it here is with where the start-finish line is, it's so close coming out of 4, you don't have a lot of room to get that momentum out of 4. Inside could steal it away. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a word from some of our sponsors.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, welcome back, folks. We got feature time here tonight, big block style. We're going to set these guys up here and let them get ready to rumble on the track as we're going to grid them up. You got Randy Streves out front, Field Miller there in second, Ryan Beagle starting third, Logan Gill in fourth, Nicholas Vickery up in fifth, Cameron Evans there in sixth, Brian Lawson seventh, Alex Pomerleau in eighth, Blake Chapman in ninth, Dean Reynolds in 10th. Well, I tell you what, we got 24 machines. Actually, 23. Let's go. It's going to be 24 machines, folks. Let's light them up. Rev them up here. All right, like it says, we're going to bring the RPMs up loud here on these guys and get set to go green flag here tonight. Keep your time. Got a little work you got cut out for you here. Lucky in that 5th place spot. These cars in.
Green, green,
Charlotte
green.
time here. Green flag, 358 modifieds. Let's crank it up here. Dylan Westbrook Racing. Oh, we got contact. Caution in the back here. Brian Dickens, Dean Reynolds. Let's go back on the Malcolm Mills replay. Just what happened to these guys here is Dickens just got a little bit of back in Reynolds, I think, there. Spun around, wall caught him. And, you know, pile up. What do you think game plan is here, Vic?
Yeah, I can already tell I'm going to need to get to the top.
I got you.
Yeah, I can't run the bottom to save my life.
Do you feel like the top side is the fastest way, though, even though you want to be up there?
I don't know. I think it's fastest for me, but I'm not 100% confident it's the fastest way. You know, that's at the end of the day. If the bottom line's fast, but you can't run it at all, then it doesn't really do you any good. You know.
Right now, you got to lead, or you're right there in front of Chapman. I'm not 100% sure. You know, we already know, you got drop weeks and stuff like that. But Chapman does come in with a pretty big, substantial lead in this series. But nothing's out of the ordinary. You know, could happen to him. He's hanging on in the 9th right now. Is that going through the back of your mind?
Not particularly. You know, I want to win simply because this is my home track. I personally don't know that I'll be able to catch him. Like you said, he's got a pretty substantial lead. He's had a good season. So, if he wins the championship, I can't really think of anybody else that it should go to.
There you go. Here we are. Green flag. We're back at it. Looks like single foul, and everybody bunches up just a little bit. We got back here on the Icon Sim Sports restart. It bunches them up back. They go 2x2 around about the 10th place spot. Anton Chapman back there. And Anton takes a little bit there on the back end of Dickens and Chapman. They're still nose to tail up front. Back here around about 9th and 10th place spot. They're all side by side, and we got a car way down on the bottom. That's, I thought it was Logan Gill. He went all the way down to the grass, was able to save it. He lost a lot of positions back to 13th spot. That's where a lot of your heavy action is going on. Down about 8th, 9th, and 10th. Meanwhile, out front, it's all Field Miller. He does have a rear view full mirror there of Ryan Beagle. A little bit further back, you got Randy Shreves, and then Vic right here hanging on the 4th, but he does have Cameron Evans right there on his back bumper. Problem is, Evans has got Pomerleau right on his inside, so that's kind of holding him down just a little bit. Then you got Lawson, Chapman, Dickens, all them guys there battling, so that's about from the 7th on back spot. Is your 2x2 racing here happening. Charlotte Motor Dirt Track here tonight. Under the lights. A good solid race here tonight for a Thursday night. Thunder here. SBGC 3D printing, that is. Right there. Oh, little contact with Dickens. Dickens is up into the wall, and then he collects some other guys, yellows out. We're seeing it, boy. Now Dickens takes a infield barrel roll. Wow. You wasn't making up too much ground there, Vic. I mean, is it just a product of the track or what?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just hard to reel people back in. But, I mean, everybody's running a good race. It's been pretty clean. So, can't really complain too much.
Can't complain too much. I hear you. Is there anything you can do different to get up there?
No, I mean, I'm running a pretty clean race in regards to the wall and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm surprised that Beagle hasn't ventured to the bottom yet. I'm riding behind him and Shreves right now, and everybody pretty much in the top 5 or 6 is staying to the top side. Kind of makes you wonder who's going to be the first one to venture down there and take the risk.
Well, we've seen time and time again in many races before the high line be dominant most of the racing by 5 to go or so, then that low line comes in.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We're already 7 laps in. We still got about 23 to go. So still quite a bit of racing to do.
Start going single file here. Lights off on the pace car. We'll double it up. All right, well, about a little bit. Put you on the top side, won't it?
It sure will. Can't complain.
Go. Eagle the man up front here with Bill Miller. Miller's been strong on these restarts. So what kind of jump he gets on this one as the pace car's in. They're going to travel around. Gets that for Icon Sim Sports restart here tonight. Miller, Beagle. Green flag. We're back racing here under the lights of Charlotte. Top 3. Miller, Beagle, victory. Reeves is down low. Trying to battle for that 3rd place right now. Trying to hold strong. Meanwhile, he's kind of falling off just a little bit. Behind him, we got Lawson, Evans, Goldner. Goldner's up top where he likes to be. You got Gill back in the 8th place. So from about that, I'm going to say from 6 or so on back, it's all 2x2. Chapman's racing there hard. They're almost 3 wide right there in front of him. Chapman squeezes by. Wow. Move. Chapman is right there on the bottom. He's got Evans. Battle for the lead. Well, Beagle looked on the inside. Wasn't able to make that pass. And I think that was kind of a, let me test the waters and see if I'm able to make it around. Unfortunately, DJ Boydell in the pit. Here in the back, you still got a lot of side-by-side racing throughout the field. Here about 15th, 16th place spots. Got Barker, and Baker. Say that real fast. Baker Barker. He got all tongue-tied. We got Landis back here. Audrey, Barry Goldner and stuff. Bobby Good around, but he's able to get going. Hey, Green. Awful slow, though. Wow. Meanwhile, Goldner, Evans and company up here around 6th place spot. Well, that is just a freight train. Everybody's up top on that top side cushion, and the one car's just a little bit up top too much. Got that wall. That's Alex. Not Mamalou. Might be Evans. Yeah. Evans up there trying to see if he can't make a new way around the track. Car around. Andy Shreve. Oh, you kidding me? Back on the Malcolm Mills replay here. See what happens. Riding by himself right now. The wall snapped out to hit him or not. The wall got him a little bit. He had to slow up. Car right there behind him. Good turn. Looks smooth right there. Oh, there's a car in front. He just had to check up, and then the car behind him had nowhere to go, and got it back. Okay. Basically a product of wrong place, wrong time. All right, what's your feel on that one?
Yeah, it was a little hairy there. The leaders got together is what happened, and forced everybody to check up. And I think somebody else might have just paid the penalty there and caught kind of the raw end of the deal. But yeah, I mean the top side's still fast, and as these guys in front of me are starting to throw sliders on each other, you can reel them in pretty quick like that because they're chopping each other's momentum off. But I think we're going to go double file here, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh no, we're single file. I wonder when that changed, but nonetheless, should be a pretty fast freight train, I think, on the top.
Anyway, you change lanes and maybe try to get up there. We saw a Beagle, try it there one time, but the momentum just didn't carry him.
Yeah, you won't catch me to the bottom unless I absolutely have to go there.
All right, folks, you heard it here first. Next thing we know, Big to the bottom, takes over 2 spots. There we go. Minute homicide on the track. Green flag. Beagle out front, though. Miller there in second, so it was a switch for the lead as Beagle was able to get around him. Now we'll see if Beagle holds on to that top spot here for the last final lap. That's Miller and them. Those 2 guys up there just beating and banging that wall down. Big back there just watching. Meanwhile, behind him, you got Lawson, Goldner, Gill, Anton. We'll say Anton till I hear it different. Evans, retiring 8. Everybody's just nose to tail right now by some close quarter race. Cameron Evans right here in the 8th place spot. It's a freight train all the way back to about 10th place. When it goes double file, actually it does go double file. Got to, you gotta go all the way back to about 16th, 17th place spot before you can get side by side. That's with Barry Goldner and Barker. And we just said Barker's name. Guess what? He's round. Caught right there. With Dean Reynolds out. Looks like just topside heavy.
Yes, kind of. It was pretty easy to call this one. I felt like the 358s were going to be a one-lane thing. There's just not enough power really to venture out anywhere else. There's still a pretty thick line of grip at the bottom, but it's going to have to take somebody taking a really big chance to go down there and see if it's faster than the top.
You send that thing off into the turn?
Yeah. It's not going to be me. And we talk about points racing and stuff like that. It's where I'm at right now. I'd rather finish here than try to race for the win, simply because it's the last race of the season. I want to give myself any possibility that I can. I don't want to wreck and then finish 15th.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, let's see what we got. Line them up. Go back, green flag racing. They might be single file too.
Yep, it is. We they must have changed it after the first or second caution. We go single file. Looks like we got about 11 to go. So.
All right. Good race here so far tonight. Cap this one off. No Chapman is looking to try to see if he can't hang on. He's back there in 11th right now. Green flag flies. Chapman would stay about right where he's at. And we don't want to fall all the way back to the back. It's trouble. He is in a bad hornet nest mess right now. Down low, and cars around up top. That's Cameron Evans. Just got hooked a little bit up there on the top side and watered around. Gosh. No Beagle's liking these.
Yeah, because I heard you and John talk about last night, but the leader gets 1 or 2 good laps here, unless the guy in second gets a really, really good jump. Typically, it takes a lap or 2 for the guy in second to catch back up to the leader if he's going to. So, yeah, I think Beagle's, he's content with riding around under caution, doing a lap or 2, and riding around under caution. So, you can't really blame him. It's with it being a one lane track, it's going to take a slider to get around somebody. So.
Okay, and it looks like it's going to be single file too.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Oh, like I said, Beagle, definitely loving it. I'd be loving it too. File, here we go. Ryan Beagle out front, Phil Miller there in second, third, Ryan Lawson fourth. Even Golden in the 5th place spot. Green flag, we're back racing. Just a good jump out front. Miller's there. He's able to close in a little bit on Miller this time, but everybody still stays nose to tail. Well, up there banging that wall. You got Goldner and Lawson right behind them. Gill and Tom Pomerleau. Chapman and Landis. All these guys side by side right now.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Quite sure who that one was. Didn't say. Well, he was able to close in a little bit on Miller there on that one.
Yeah, he got to the wall a little bit there on the backstretch. I knew he was going to lose some of his momentum going into 3, so I don't know. It's one of those things where even if it's a teammate, you know, you want to make sure that you're clear for a slider, even if it's not a teammate. So, you know, I'm not going to throw anything really wild at it. You know, number one, because I wouldn't have been clear, but number two, it's a teammate. You know, I'd rather us finish 2 and 3 than me finish second and him finish 15. So, I don't know. You know, the guys behind me, Lawson's fast. Logan Gill's back there. Stephen Goldner. You know, so I can only let him get away with so much before I have to try to do something, because you know when we checked up, the guys behind me closed in too. So it's a little bit of give and take here, and really at any track you go to.
Absolutely. All right. Can't find these things back up here. Single file here too.
Green flag, green flag.
At green. Beagle gets that good jump out there with Miller. Wisconsin's supposed to restart here. He's hanging on the third. Lawson there with him. Goldner. Deal right there, closing up on the back end of Goldner. So it's a huge single file run here. Can't get it down to the white flag. Anton hanging on to 7th. Pomerleau up there in the 8th place spot. Winder. Again, just everybody on that top side riding it. Go back here around about 12th place spot. Then get a little side by side. Guys are trying that low line. Breeze, Landis, Bender. Got Butch Bacon, Barry Goldner, Aldridge and Company. Some guys back here trying 2x2. Rough runs, all single file with big crash.
The yellow flag is out.
Bender round in the wall. Out. Hey, but hang on that third place there, Vic.
Yeah, I gotta figure something else out. I'm losing ground to the leaders and losing ground to the guys behind me. So I don't know what I gotta do different, but it's something.
Well, let's see what you can pull off here. All right. On single file. Green flag.
Green flag.
Beagle gets a good shot out front. Miller there in second. Pick up the third. Lawson there with him. Goldner, Gill. Couple more laps to go here. Goldner hanging on to 6th. Anton's down there on the inside. He's the one trying it. Just not seen that inside work all night long. Wow, it's all Beagle. Chapman's right there in the 8th place spot. hanging on. He's trying to bring home that championship here tonight. Pretty much say if he stays right where he's at, pretty much got it. Oldner right now up on the top side is, car upside down. White flag won't matter. Big wreck. That's Cameron Evans, by the way. Oh, Goldner in the wall. Beagle in the wall. Are you kidding? Phil Miller's going to keep this one, and Victory got involved in it also. Wow. Chapman, though. What? Chapman way back in ninth. It's going to end up in second with Breeze there in third. Folks, we got to go back on the replay here real quick before we talk. Because that was crazy. Go back on the checkered flag here. Watch the final lap here one more time. See what transpired, because our leader up front, Miller threw the slider, and Beagle just tore the wall down. Vic had to slow up a little bit, so he went down, put the slide job on the inside. When he did, it slid up the track, and then from there, it was just chaos. I mean, cars everywhere. Wow. Talk about a turn of events, and Vic's upside down, barrel rolling. What a finish to this one here. Did you expect it to end that way there, Vic?
No. I saw Beagle and Field get together, and I pulled low and thought I had enough momentum and to carry the slider, and I just didn't give him enough time is what it was. So
wild finish to this one here, but I know Chapman sitting going, you got to be kidding me. I was way back there in 9th and 10th. Now I'm here in 2nd. What a finish here to cap this one off. Miller's in here. I don't see him, but there he is. We'll bring up third place man here. Get a word with him. Peter Joe and Moose guy got.
I got a copy, sir.
Well, what a wild finish there. Did you expect to be up in third place here at the end of this one?
I kind of felt like Moses there, parted the sea, and kind of made my way through there.
Wild one, wasn't it? So, hey, to cap off the season here for the 358 Modifieds, how was your car all night?
It felt pretty good. It was a little bit tough getting through traffic. Obviously, when the track slicked off in these 358s, the power's kind of, not all the way there to fully try to pass people easily on the top, and then it's hard to get back on it on the bottom without a lot of power either. So it's just kind of picking your spots, and this race was kind of like an attrition thing to make it up there.
No doubt. You was able to hold on and find your way up to third. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
I always got to thank the wife for letting me race every week with you guys. You guys for always putting on the awesome broadcast, and we got Team Outlaw Motorsports. So I was running a lot of laps with Cole and Sean and Biddy over there, and then KDC Photography and Juddy Designs.
There you go, third place man, Peter Breeze, bringing it home. Let's bring up our winner here tonight. That would be Phil Miller. Get a word with him. Phil, Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Wild finish there. Take us through that final lap.
Yeah, it was a little wild. I looked down and saw everybody was real far behind coming through the last two turns there. But I threw it down the inside, and I don't think I made contact with Beagle there. I think he just caught the wall there. But we had a pretty good race there, trying to hold on to that top berm because it was slick.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, was there anything you could have done to get down low, maybe to try? I mean, obviously you made the pass going on the slide job, but was that a risky move to do it?
I mean, it is, but it's for the win. I mean, I didn't make contact with him after on that last one there, so I'll take it.
Hey, no doubt. Like you said, you made it work, and like you said, risky move, but it worked out in your favor, and was able to make an awesome looking slide job, put it in victory lane. You got anybody you want to thank for a good move?
All the guys at Spartan. I haven't really been running. I think I've only ran 2 times this season. I think I've somehow put it in victory lane both races here. Nick, he's always he's been holding the Spartan banner all season here, getting a couple championships. So got to come and join him for some fun every couple nights.
There you go. That's your winner here tonight, Phil Miller in the 358s. Well, this guy here, he was hanging on in the backside somewhere, but 2 things. 1, he came home in second. 2, he's going to be the 358 champ. Blake, join the booth, up.
Yep, I got you.
Matt, well, I gotta ask, are you surprised to be here in second?
Yeah, I took the white flag running in 6th place, and yeah, I'm kind of surprised, Joe, but that top, it was tricky all night, and it was kind of follow the leader up there, and I didn't really want to play that game, so I was right in the middle, and it's in the perfect spot there at the end.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, I mean, we saw it. I was like, hey, Chapman been hanging out back there around 6, 7, that 10th place spot all night long. Next thing you know, he's here in second. But two things, good finish for you tonight to cap it off. But another one is you are now the 358 modified champ here on the Thursday Night Thunder. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I don't know if anything's official yet, but I've had a lot of fun racing with these guys all season.
Well, I would say it's official because Vic finished way behind you. So, I mean, we'll say it that way.
It's pretty official.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, I've had a lot of fun running this season. I didn't expect to run for points coming in. I really don't drive these things very much, but they're fun to drive. I'll give them that. And, the track wasn't great tonight, but usually it's good two-lane racing, which you see often in this league. But guys race me with a lot of respect all season, and I can't thank them enough. And I got to thank my parents, grandparents, Vanderpool Racing, Steve Bixler, everybody that supports me, and couldn't do it without them. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Joe.
There you go. There you have it. 358 modified champ Blake Chapman bringing it home a second tonight. There again, congratulations, Blake.
Hey, thank you.
There we go. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We got some small block, big block action coming up. We'll be right back here in a few.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry. The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything. When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, folks, here we go. Now we got the big block, small block here. Get set to go over here to our Pit Stop podcast. Qualifying. Moving on over. So, Vic, what do you think the major difference here is going to be?
I think it's going to be throttle control is the biggest difference. Like I said earlier, I don't think a whole lot of guys are going to be in the small block. So, and for the guys that ran in the for the guys that ran in the small blocks, it's a pretty big adjustment to go from having that little of power to having quite a bit more. So, hopefully some guys got some practice laps in and they've made that adjustment here for qualifying.
All right. Qualifying here, Pit Stop podcast, qualifying session tonight. We can put it up on the top spot here. You gonna wait till they dig the track in a little bit?
I did hear old wives' tale that if you let the first couple cars put times up, the fields or the track's a little different. I don't know how true it is, but
they say that in the asphalt side too. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're doing an open qualifying that they do over there, then it's all about, depending on the track, could be about draft then.
Yep. And turning a clean lap, not bumping somebody and getting any incident points.
All right. Logan Gill up front. Well, that's right. You ain't going to make qualifying, are you?
No, but I am going to go out on the track. I'll do that right now, actually. You want to hop on and we can talk about it? I actually didn't turn any practice laps, so make it out here and spin out just riding around the racetrack.
Let's go on board here with Vic. He's going to show us maybe some trouble areas here. And are you in the big block or small block?
Big block for sure. I'll take all the power advantage I can get.
All right.
So really, it's really, really similar to the small blocks in regards to the lines that you'll see. You'll see guys arcing the corner and then trying to come down here really close to these tires. And after that, as the night moves on, I think you're going to see, you saw it a lot more in the small blocks than I thought you would, but you'll see guys up here against this wall. As the track starts to get slick and the slick starts to spread across the racetrack, you'll start seeing guys get closer and closer to that wall. I think you'll see the wall bite a few more guys in the big blocks than you did in the small blocks, just because there's more power, and you actually do have to lift a little bit so that you don't drive through the wall getting into the corner.
All right, Heat Race 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. Check them out at EmpireSuperSprints.com on Facebook and Twitter. We got out front Steven Spees, Mark Anton there in second, Dean Reynolds third, Logan Gill fourth, Ryan Beagle fifth, Stephen Goldner there in sixth, Bobby Good in seventh, Butch Baker rounds out the eighth place, and then the top four automatically go to the feature. What's the best way to tell? I mean, do you think everybody's just going to go big block here?
I think the majority. There may be one or two. It should be pretty obvious in the heat races when the track's still pretty fresh if anybody's in a small block, because it'll almost look like the big blocks get shot out of a cannon coming off the corner next to a small block.
What's the advantage of having a small block?
The advantage is going to be late race. If you can make it through the heat races in the Constellation, if you have to run the Consi, it really does become beneficial in the feature when the track gets really, really slick, because some guys are going to jump on the throttle too hard in the big block, and they're going to lose a lot of their momentum because the wheels spin. So if you can make it to the middle or later of the feature and the track's really, really slick, It's a really good car count tonight too, so I imagine the track will look about like it did in the first race tonight. Yeah, that's really your biggest advantage is going to be not having as much wheel spin through the corners.
They're definitely having that power, like you said, on that straightaway as we get set to go. Green flag. Speeds. Anton. Get there in a second. March around here, turn 3 and 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. We're racing. No, we see them side by side. Now, another thing you talk about with the big blocks here, too, is you might be able to make that inside slide move a little bit easier because you get the power.
Yep, you get the power to drive off the bottom. And something I didn't remember to mention here at the beginning of this heat race, your points leader is actually in the first heat race here. Ryan Beagle is leading the points coming into tonight. So, he's going to do everything he can. Yeah, he's doing everything he can to make it to the feature and get a good starting spot.
And folks, just to let you know, it's only a 1 point difference between it now. Jeffrey Barker is in this mix too. He's only about 12, 13 points back from these guys also. So he's right there in that mix. Something happened to, let's say, Vic or Beagle. And right now, Beagle's trying. He's up to 5th. But he's not automatically in the show. So I know he would love to get up there a lot further and have a better starting position. He is definitely trying on the inside of Goldner. That's a battle for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, and those two guys have been racing together a long time. I know they're I think 2 of the close to originals here for G-Force or for Coast to Coast back when it was G-Force. So those guys know each other really well.
Looks like that low middle lane is going to work for dividends, pay it off here for Beagles. He's going to, for the moment, take out front of Goldner. Goldner's going to stick to that high line and peel out front. Anton's there in second. Speed's going to hang on the 3rd. So definitely it's nose to tail race.
Maybe we see Goldner go all the way up to the top there. I think he had traditionally been running that middle line. He went all the way to the top there in 1 and 2 and back to the middle in 3 and 4.
Yeah, trying different lines here. He's noticed that the low top line wasn't getting what he wanted, so he's going to go back kind of low, middle. As you can see now, Eagles try to move up on speeds as if he's going to take that spot away from the white flag, final turn. I think he's just going to sit back, and he tried it. Nope. Big deal. Anton Speeds, Beagle, tie 4.
Yep. So the I guess the first hill to climb has been made by Beagle. He's in the feature, so he doesn't have to worry about going through the Consi.
Here we go. Super Dirt Car Series Heat Race number 2. If you like the big blocks here and definitely like that ground pound and earth shattering sound, check out Super Dirt Car Series as we've got Industries out front. Alex Pomerleau there in second. Nick King up in 3rd. Peter Breeze in 4th. Jeffrey Barker in 5th. Chad Chote 6th. Jeffrey Kemper 7th. And Nick Victor back there in the 8th. Again, top 4 automatically go to the feature. Just saw, like I say, Ryan finishing that 4th place spot. So Vic's got to do the same.
Yep. I got to pay the piper tonight. I got into a little bit of trouble last week, so got to start in the back here. So just like Beagle in the first heat race, he got my work cut out for me.
And another guy, Jeffrey Barker, we were talking about him. He's still got a shot in this thing here. Anything can happen. So he's got his work cut out. He's right there on the outside looking in. Back to the 5th. So he definitely wants to go ahead and make that show the easy way. Let's see if Shreves and Pomerleau out front can pull it off. Pace cars in. Gonna march it around 3 and 4. We go.
Green flag.
Trying to lean on each other, get the advantage on the start. Green flag. Looks like Pomerleau's going to get the jump out front on Breeze. Meanwhile, Shreve's going to be the man. Falls back to 3rd with King there in 4th. Cote now outside looking in. Barker is up to 6th. He's been able to move it up there to the 7th place spot. There's a huge battle, though, for second. He's on the inside. He didn't want to give up on that second place. He's in third. Here comes King to the inside. He's going to see if he can't make moves here. That's all Pomerleau out front in this one. Breeze, King, Cote, Barker. Comes Vic up top. They go split the middle here. Got to. Got to make wave somehow. While King's hanging on to the fourth place. Here comes Vic up there in the fifth. It's like y'all guys get in trouble up there a little bit. They are. They got close quarters. Look at Shreve's look contact. Oh, that's going to bring the opening that Vic needs. That puts Shreves on the back end. Fourth, King up there with him. Little single file right now. It's all Pomerleau out front, though. Vic's got about 2 more laps. He is battling on the inside there with Shreves. It's going to be a huge one here. Up to 4, slide job at the crisscross back. Here comes Shreves. Remember, these 2 guys last night battled for the 305 championship. Now they're out here battling for a spot in this big block, small block. One more time. Does Vic have enough? Oh, he's going to slide him up underneath. 3 and 4. Might have done it a little too early. I don't know. Can hold the momentum out of 3. He's going to hang on to it in 4th place. Go Pomerleau, Breeze, King, victory. Oh, your tie 4. What a race it was there for heat race number 2. Brings a heat race number 3. World of Sports Podcast. That's right. Come on out, relax, laugh, and have a good time. Mike and Rod there. We dive into the crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sport. A lot of guests throughout their podcast, the World of Sports Podcast. We got Kyle Moonen out front, Brandon Bender in second, Brian Lawson third, Cameron Evans in fourth, Barry Golden fifth, Preston Grammer in sixth, Claude Jr. Go with that one in seventh, John Rayner just in eighth. Remember the top 4 goes straight to the feature. Well, you made it, top 4.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about going to the Conti, but it definitely wasn't easy. You know, all those guys in front of me there were really fast, and you know, just doing all you can do to stay clean, and because incident points count too, so you don't want to lose any incident points trying to do something stupid, trying to make it in the feature. So,
oh yeah. That has been a good one so far.
yeah, I think you know, the 2 heat races so far, there hasn't really been a whole lot of contact. It's been really tight, close racing.
Well, how did you feel? I mean, did you think that top side was going to hold like it was?
Yeah, the top felt really, really good. The middle felt really, really good. I always struggle to run the bottom, so I knew pretty quick when I wasn't catching anybody that the bottom just wasn't going to do it for me. So I started coasting the middle of the track and was able to make up some ground.
Green.
All right, green flag, back at it. See what Moonen could do up here. Bender, Evans. Did you think anyone was better than the other, the top or the bottom?
Yeah, I think in my heat race, the middle was the fastest, and then I think as the night goes on, it'll get higher and higher until it's against the wall.
You got a 3-wide battle up front here for the lead. I mean, these guys are not giving an inch. Contact right there, moving down low, Bender in the middle, Evans up top. He's going to be the one who wins that battle.
Yeah, I would have hated to be Bender there in the middle. You know, even though it's a wide track, it's still really, really tight, and you don't want to make a mistake in between 2 guys like that.
Absolutely. He got lost, sitting back on the 4th place spot, just hanging on. He's got a little bit of breathing room behind him and Rayner and Kramer, who's got a pretty good battle going on back there.
Yeah, the top 4 have kind of broken away a little bit from Rayner, and it looks like Rayner back is pretty stretched out single file. I think your best racing right now is for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Absolutely. That's Evans, Bender, Moonen, Lawson. Top 4 right now. Now they've kind of gotten single file. I mean, Mooner's trying to move and pull back in Bender.
Yeah, I said that the top 4 were your best race on the track, and then they kind of spread out, and now it's John Rayner, Preston Kramer, and Barry Goldner battling pretty hard back there for 5th.
It is strong. And you see right now, though, inside Moonen's there. Big flags, all Evans. Head of 4 to be Bender, Moonen, and Lawson. In home top 4 here. Little heat race. Push us over here to the B main. Good banger racing B main, that is. Got Stephen Goldner out front, Randy Shreves in 2nd, John Rayner in 3rd, Dean Reynolds in 4th, Chad Cote 5th, Preston Kramer in 6th, Butch Baker in 7th, Jeffrey Kemper there in 8th, Claude Jr. there in 9th, Bobby Good 10th, Jeffrey Parker 11th, Barry Goldner 12th. And all 12 should make it here.
Yep, that is correct. Everybody's going to make it. So really risk versus reward, trying different lines and seeing what you like for the feature.
Now, where are you going to start at in the feature?
We had 3 heat races. I should start 12th. Or no. I should start 11th because I was in the 2nd heat race.
Where will Beagle start?
He finished 4th in the 1st heat race, right?
Yep.
He should be 10th. So we'll be right there. 3, 6, 9. He should be 10th. I should be 11th.
Big low.
Yep. We'll have to follow each other to the front. No, I can't do that. I made a mistake last race and kind of regretting it a little bit.
Last season, the last race of the season.
Yeah, but when I tell you, the penalty list does not forget. So, so if you make a mistake or you do something that seems a little too aggressive, then those demons will carry you or will follow you into the beginning of next season. So,
it's like I said though, you got to still got to race it hard.
Absolutely.
Beagle's gonna try to.
Green flag.
Had to go green here. B main. Green flag. See what Goldner can do up here with Shreves and Chutney is about that 4th place spot. They're side by side. So let's see if anybody can get the low line or maybe a different lane going here.
Yeah, I know Goldner sometimes likes to run the bottom, but he's on the top so far tonight, and I think he was in the last race too.
He was. Preston Kramer right now is trying that low line.
There's a little bit of a stack up there in the middle of the field and kind of spacing people out, so you might see some people venture into different lines here. Like you said, Preston is still the one on the bottom.
Strong down there too. He's got somebody else looks like Dean Reynolds there behind him on the bottom with him. And boom.
Yeah, like a little bit of netcode there.
Cote.
The way his car shot up. Yeah, Cote's on the top in 3 and 4.
Yeah, he was the one that got tagged just a little bit right there and had to hold on to it. Good little race. Meanwhile, Goldner's out front. He's sticking to that high side. With the lead he's got, though, at this point, I think, and I know he loves the high side, but I think I'd be searching a little bit. Maybe see what my car. See, with that lead he's got right now, I'd say, okay, let me go down low and see how long it takes Shreves to catch up some to me.
Yeah, or even if you didn't want to abandon the top totally, you could throw a slider line in one of the corners and check your relative as you come off the corner, see if he gained anything or anything like that. It looks like he just got a little bit bigger of a lead. It looked like Shreves may have gotten to the wall a little bit coming off turn 2 there.
And that's the thing. I mean, unless he gets out front, this is what strategy you definitely would want. But if you're more in traffic or something here, you definitely want to try something else. I mean, it's good to know your car can run up there, but right now with that lead he's got, I would, and even with Shreve, the same thing there. Shreve, if that was him, I'd be like, well, let's see how long it takes Barker and company back there to gain on me if they do.
Yeah, man, it looks like Goldner's. He might be listening to the broadcast. He tried a little down in here in the last 2 laps.
Because if he just stays up there and runs that top lane, that's really not giving him no input as to what he needs to do in the feature. I mean, because he's got a pretty good lead over Shreves, and we talk about it. He's got the best of both worlds here. You're leading in first, plus you got a big lead to be able to try to figure out new things. Coming to white flag.
Yeah, but about the past 3 or 4 laps, that diamond line he was running got more and more aggressive. He kept trying to come lower and lower. So he's definitely looking something to help him here later in the feature.
Well, step away here. We're going to work for some of our sponsors. We'll be right back here, folks.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today, we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service. All right, folks, feature time here. Big block, small block. Getting set, and we're going to crown a champ. It's going to be a close one here, too, with this championship. So
Be something to definitely think about. Let's grid them up here. As Logan Gill's a man out front, Alex Pomeroy is going to start second. Cameron Evans there in third. Mark Anton up in fourth. Peter Breeze in fifth. Brandon Bender there in sixth. Steven Speed seventh. Nick King up in eighth. Kyle Mooner ninth. Ryan Beagle in 10th. And Beagle's going to be right there behind him, so that's your points battle. Don't count out old Jeffrey Barker. He might be back there in 19th place spot. He'll be a good one if he can get through the front, but let's rev these guys up and get started here tonight. Alright. These big small blocks come to life, so think about the middle of the pack. I know you got to be careful. It'll be a tough one.
Yeah. I think first half of the race, I'm probably just going to chill and try to stay out of trouble.
Smart move. It worked out for Chapman.
Yeah, I might have to take notes and pull out my notepad.
Yeah, there you go. Run down the bottom middle like he said he did. Base cars in. We're going green flag here. Final time for the big blocks, small blocks here. Season finale. Got Pomeroy and Todd out front. It's 3 wide though for third, fourth, and fifth. About 3x3 all the way back. These guys are definitely digging, trying to get everything they can, not letting up. 4 wide coming out of the turn. Bender, King, Moonin. Beagle and company back here. Well, that's definitely some tight battle. 3 wide. Beagle's trying to do everything he can. He's hanging up on that top side on that wall. Just sees a slew of cars in front of him, that's all. Big Smart back here in back of traffic up on the top side. Remember, that's a close battle happening. Cars around. Jeffrey Barker, Chad Cote around, no caution. They were able to get going back straight. He was big green. Go back about this middle pack here around 10th place spot. That's where Beagle is, Peter Breeze. And Beagle definitely is not playing it safe. He knows and almost got clipped. That was a very aggressive move that actually cost, I think, Brandon Bender. Catch up to him. Yeah, Brandon Bender. Bender gave Beagle a lot of room. Beagle did a slide job right in front of him, cut the nose off on him. And Bender actually probably could have hooked Beagle very easily out of that turn. But him a little bit of room here. Yeah, you see Beagle just slid right up in front of him. And then he's slowed up, and then the other car behind him nowhere to go. Gosh. He's upside down. You learning anything out here?
Yep, learn the bottom is not it for me. You kind of already knew that, but gotta go where you gotta go. So,
well, I mean, we talked about it before. It's like Beagle's going to be the aggressive one here, so. Well, I'd say it again. You might have to step up that aggressiveness and not worry about that penalty point. Yeah. That was an aggressive slide job he put to get up front, though. He definitely knows what's on the line here. All right. Let's have to go back green. Well, what we want to see, though, excitement. Dirt track.
Green flag, green flag.
That green out front. All Evans. Mamalou Speeds. Anton and company. Oh, Bender around again in the back. That's the night he wants right now. If we keep it going straight. We'll see what the championship battle is right now. Unfortunately, Jeffrey Barker just off the pace. Must have got caught up in some of that mess back there. Beagle's moved up to 6th. Well, he is definitely rumbling. Definitely taking it very, very aggressive up top. He's down low. People right there with Pomerleau. Look through his back bumper. Well, Beagle wants his championship. It's going to be a close one. Pomerleau gets way up on the track, squeezes a little bit on Beagle. Able to make it through. He's up to 4th right now. Meanwhile, in front of them, got Anton, the lap car. Evans now has caught Gill. That's a battle for the lead. Evans is going to try that low line, see if he can't pull off the win here tonight. Pick up top, he's got plenty of time as long as he needs some green flag runs here. Got that high line. Eagles kind of stalled out right now, though, in the 4th place spot. You also see Speed. Speed's not going to give up on it. That's what I've said time and time again. I like it. Don't like to see other drivers just back off just because a guy's in a championship. I want to see these guys race them, and they should. I ain't saying go out here wreck them or anything, but we'll just let these guys go. Whoa, car upside down. Kyle Moonin. Wow. Only see him flipping upside down, but he's on his lid. Get on the replay here in Malcolm Mills and see what happened to him. It might have been the wall caught him. We'll see. Right in front of him. I don't know if he had to check up for it. In there, kind of nose tail. Looks like the car in front of them checked up. Oh, and then he caught the wall and then just climbed the wall and went upside down on it. And he's spinning around like a top. Is there anything you can do to get up front there, Vic?
Not get caught on the bottom on the restarts.
Okay.
That's the big thing.
I lost the setting, lost the internet. Had that happen. Beagle's up the 4th. Hopefully Speeds will get up there and try to battle with him. As I've said time and time again, it's just one thing, man, that they're driving crazy. See other guys out here? I'll just move out of the way because that guy's in a championship run. Wrong. If I'm faster than you, you're going to have to come around me one way or another. Let's see what they can do up front. Gill, Evans, Anton, Beagle. Top 4. Speed's right there in 5th. Nice single file. Green flag flies. Beagle's going to have that advantage of being up top, though. Over Pomerleau. Pomerleau says, man, look. Spot back. Going to try to run him. King's there with him. Been able to make it back up top here again. Problem with it here, though, is even though if you want to hang on to that top side, just got to be able to, and that's a good slide job there, and that's pretty much what Vic's got to do. He's got to be aggressive on the sliders. Got to get up there because time's winding out here. Pomerleau hanging on there to 4th. Beagle has moved up to 2nd right now. Evans falls back. Now let's see if Gill gives up that top spot that easy. I'm Gill. I'm saying, Beagle, you come around me on the low side. You're not getting my high side. Oh, Pomerleau around. He was man up front too. Upside down off on this lid. What a Malcolm Mills replay. See what I'm doing. He got tagged. I got the wall here. There. Running in third at the moment. Oh, he's running fourth. My bad. Load up right there. The fifth place car kind of got a little behind him all, and then he got the wall. And flipped it over. Okay. Eagles up to second. What you got to do here, Big?
I'm trying to make up as many spots as I can.
Then be aggressive.
Yeah, I had to check up and somebody got into the back of me, so those 5 extra bonus points are already gone. So being a little more aggressive now is not so bad because I know I don't have those 5 bonus points at risk. So.
Back. Got. Eagle make it around. O'Gill up front.
Green, green, green.
And flag. Single file start's going to help Gill. Gets a good jump out front here. Got Evans going to climb up on the back bumper there of Beagle. Let's see if he'll attempt to try to go around him. Or if he's going to be scared to get on the back end of it. I ain't taking nothing away from Beagle. He's fast. He's already came to the field. He's actually been one of the top hard chargers. 8 spots. Except for Cote, who was jumped up 10. Kemper jumped up 9 back there in 10th and 12th. Big Scott +4. Meanwhile, Gill's hanging on to that top spot. Cameron Evans still tearing up the back end. Here comes Anton. Ooh, Beagle tried. Look on the inside for a minute. Gill wasn't going to have none of it. Problem is, they are so close to that wall. One little slip, and we got a car. Dean Reynolds around. Upside down, getting destroyed. Out. Oh, the cautions ain't working in your favor here, Vic.
No, they're not.
I'm winding out. Anything took it out. Anything else you see you might have to do to pull this thing off?
No, just try to maintain my spot is really the most I can hope for.
Okay. Put the afterburners on, you know?
Yeah, I shouldn't have used them all last night in that 360 race.
Yeah, there you go. Looks like we're going single file here. Gill's been the man out front with this win. Beagle right there in second. Evans hanging on to third. And Don up in the fourth. Speed's there in fifth. Hayes car's in. Green flag. See, Gill gets a good jump. It was Evans on the back end there. Beagle. He's able to close in and throw maybe a slider job on him. He says, all right, I'm going to get out here and see if I can't do anything with Anton, get that spot away from him. Back here working that top line. The round king come up with more position. Still battling hard down that inside, though. Meanwhile, Speeds is trying to inside. And we've seen it time and time again, folks, that that inside lane could automatically come in. So don't think that top side is the place to be for the rest of this race. If it goes green for a long period of time, that top side could go away. I mean, Beagle right now is chewing on the back end of Gill. He makes one mistake. Problem is, he makes one mistake, it's probably going to put Beagle right in his back, in his back bumper. Keeps getting that close to him anyway. Got Evans right there with him. They're still slamming around this place pretty hard. Beagle trying to close in. He's just riding right now to see if Gill makes a mistake. Meanwhile, Evans, the one falling off the pace. Here comes Evans on the inside. He's staying there. Anton tried a slider move. He's back in fifth. Big closing in on them. Beagle right now is hounding the back end of Gill. I mean, he's right there, and yellow flag. We got Kemper. Big crash. In fact, put Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to Kemper. Down low down there. Oh, car just crossed over his nose. Went down, boom, boom. He tried to get woed up. You gonna hit that afterburner there, Vic?
Yeah, if we'd have gone green, I was closing in on the guys, but I think they had to check up a little bit, getting into 3. I don't know. I know, you know, top 5 would be that much better, but I mean, I'll take 6. Don't get me wrong.
Who we got? Who we got here? Final laps. Single file. Beagle hang on, win the championship, and Gill win the lead here. Or get up here and just take it all away.
Green, green, green.
Gill gets a good jump. Evans is there, but not quite close enough to Beagle. That's far length off of him. Anton's hanging on to 4 Speeds there along with it. Vic hanging on to 6. Looks like Speeds is committed to that bottom lane. White flag one more time. He's committed to bottom lane until Victor gets up there on him. Vic's going to try it one more time. Beagle have enough to hang on. Beagle goes to the inside. He's going to block the inside there of Evans. Out of 4, not going to have it. It's going to be all Gill bringing it home. Beagle and Sackett, Evans up in the 3rd. What a finish to this one here tonight. Big block, small block. Damn, Gill. Let's see if we can bring some of these guys up here and get a quick word with them. Most of these guys have been Yep. All right, we're in 3rd place, man. Cameron, join the booth. Got copy.
Gotcha.
Well, Matt, I tell you what, good run, solid run up there. Was there anything else you could have done to maybe get up front?
I was just trying to hold my own. Good racing them guys up front. I really couldn't do nothing with them.
Well, I tell you what, you came home in 3rd here to cap off the season for the big blocks, small blocks. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody up here at Chip Banger Racing, Bill Sing Shocks, Eastern Iowa Landscaping, Swan Speed Shop. and Blaze Designs for the wrap.
There we go. Cameron Evans bringing it home at third here tonight. Well, this guy pulling off the victory, Logan Gill. Logan, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, you was able to hang on up there, boy. Beagle a couple times, though, was eating up your back door. But, was you kind of happy about them cautions, or did you want to see it green?
Honestly, I think that last caution saved me. I felt him bump the back bumper a couple times. He was definitely quicker. I just I couldn't get into 3 and 4 to save my soul on the top. I figured if I went in any higher, I would knock her down. So I just got lucky with that last caution. Gave me a little space.
Hey, I'll tell you what, sometimes lucky to be good, but you definitely had the speed to be good all night long and put it in victory lane to cap off the season. You got anybody want to thank for a good victory?
Yeah, I gotta thank all the guys over at Chip Bangers Racing, Swan Speed Shop, SLR, Eastern Iowa Landscape, Blaze Designs, and that's pretty much it.
Tell you what, there you go. Winner tonight here, the big blocks, small blocks, Logan Gill. Let's bring this guy up here, finishing second, and we pretty much probably could say the champ. I'm going to say, we'll say unofficial until we hear, but Ryan, Joanne, the booth got a copy?
Yep.
Well, you were able to pull it off and bring it home up in the second. Did you want to see that last caution, though? Because, boy, you were chewing the back end of Gill up.
Yeah, absolutely not. We were just biding our time there, kind of just waiting for the last lap, see if we could get a run on him, because otherwise you couldn't really do much other than wait, because if you made a move too early, you're going to get passed from the guy behind you. So just, oops, sorry.
Oh, you find out. I mean, well, early in the race now, how was you feeling? Because, I mean, you had to make some pretty aggressive moves to get up to where you were. Was that in part of the game plan? I mean, because it was a tight points battle here, and I'm pretty much going to say you're the champ, by the way, so there you go.
Yeah, I don't know how it works if they got a drop week, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But either way, we had a good season. We got lucky on a few restarts there, getting starting on the top, and the first 15 or so laps there was a good lane to run up there where you could really lean on it. And once it thinned out, then everybody was up there. So you just had to do all you could do in the early stages.
Well, okay, and I'm going to apologize on it. That's why I always say unofficial, because Beagle, you finished second in the points, and
yeah, that's what I wondered.
Champ. Wow. Yep. I just got confirmation here, and the races, I mean, one was 10, one was 11, so I'm not sure on that one, but that's what Roger just sent me, saying you came in second. I know it was only like a 1 point difference between you two, and y'all were very close, but now it's going to end up being by his calculations, 688 to 726. So I'm gonna go off what he says, but nonetheless, you did what you had to do. Get up front, maintain out front, and I know now probably it hurts a little bit on that last caution, because if you'd have won this thing, it might have been a whole different thing for you.
Yeah, drop weeks are good and bad. It really, I don't know how to say it. I don't like them either way, but that's how it is. So we'll we had a good season.
Hey, no doubt about it. But you got anybody you want to thank, though, for capping this thing off here in second tonight?
Yeah, just everybody that puts this deal on. Something fun to do on a Thursday.
Hey, I'll tell you what, there you go. Ryan Beagle. I always come with that Beagle Mobile looking strong out front here, coming home in second. Well, Vic, I'm going to apologize first off, but whatever you did tonight paid off dividends, because from what Roger just showed us, man, you just put another championship in the book.
Yeah, I knew coming into tonight with it only being a 1 point difference, the drop weeks were going to play a big factor. And, I'm kind of in the same boat as Beagle. I would prefer there not be any, personally, because if you have the opportunity to run more races, throughout the season, and most of at least my local tracks, you get points for every race you run in. So, it kind of pays off to the guys that finish well and don't have to drop that week. You know what I mean? So,
well,
I guess so.
Here's the thing: you did what you had to do tonight, running hard, get up front. Beagle absolutely did what he needed to do here. I mean, both of you guys didn't give up. I mean, you're the 305 champ. Now you're the big block, small block modified champ. How's it feeling? Who you got to thank for?
Yeah, it's one of those things where a lot of the Spartan guys hadn't had an opportunity to run this season. So, I definitely want to shout those guys out and try to pick up where the torch was left off. So, definitely those guys. SPGC 3D Printing. I know you've mentioned them a couple times as a sponsor of the events tonight. So, definitely shout him out for anybody that has any 3D printing needs. Definitely go check out Tom Taylor at SPGC 3D Printing. Mirror Image Auto Spa, VMR Wraps. If anybody there has any wraps, definitely come check us out on Facebook at VMR eWraps. Of course, you for putting on a great show, and then of course Roger and Preston for keeping it all together all these years.
Absolutely. There you go. Well, that's the big block, small block champ, Nick Vick. He'll be right up here again with us. Folks, don't go anywhere because we still got to crown a champ and the pro late models here tonight. We'll be right back here in just a few.
Coolray has always been a leader in our industry. The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything. When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, folks, here we go. Now we got the Pro Late model. And going to cap off our night here for Thursday Night Thunder. These boys good to get set. Moving it over here to our Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. Let's see, bring up points right fast. Because you got Steven Spees out front in this one. Brandon Templeton there in second in points. Pretty good deficit here, so Spees knows what he's got to do. Nichols Victory hangs on in third. That's where the tight battle I think is going to be. It's third and fourth here. It's John Hine is only looks to be give or take about 14 points back. We'll see if he's able to close that gap in on Vic and take over third place spot here as qualifying underway. Duke put down a quick time here tonight. No, Vic's going to be able to do a qualifying time this time, so looks like he's able to put it up there in sixth place spot. We're going to jump on board here with Nicholas, who just won the Big Block, Small Block Modified Championship. He's going to give us some pointers on what these guys can kind of expect, some technical insight on the Pro Late models here.
So the Pro Late models is a little bit different than the big blocks and the small blocks. These cars handle quite a bit different. With these cars, you want to try to rotate them in the corner and get them to set, and then kind of drive off the corner as straight as you can, and not let the car come off the bars, because if that happens, you lose all kinds of momentum because the car just really bogs down. But as far as things to look out for in the Pro Late models, it's really track dependent. You want to make sure you keep the car off the wall. And you also want to make sure that you keep the car off the tires on the inside, because if you hit those, it'll ruin your night, especially in these cars. With having the fenders and everything, it just really messes up the way the car handles. So, I think you'll see guys run up against this wall. I think that's where it'll end up being tonight. It's kind of hard to get up there right now just because the track's so tight in comparison to what it'll be later. But if you get into the wall, it's really hard to get the car to come off the wall, and then when you do, it wants to jerk down the racetrack. So that's definitely something to watch out for, and just try to keep the car off the wall and keep your momentum up is the big thing. Let me see if I can catch one of these tires real quick. Yeah, so if you look there, it bent the entire nose of the car underneath the front end. So it'll definitely kill everything you got. So definitely want to try to avoid that at all costs.
That brings us up here to heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. Check those guys out at EmpireSuperSprints.com, Facebook, and Twitter. So we got Kirk Shatner out front, Brian Dickens there in second, Brandon Templeton in third, Steven Spees up at fourth, Nicholas Victory fifth, Kyle Moon in sixth, Brandon Bender in seventh, and Preston Cranmer in eighth place. Remember, the top 4 go automatically to the feature. And what's the game plan in this one? Obviously, making the top 4, but this could be for a good starting position in the feature.
Yeah, it really, really could. And I think the big thing to look out for tonight is going to be trying to get the car to rotate here in these early heat races, just because the track is so tight. And these cars tend to push quite a bit if the track's still really, really grippy like this. So getting the car rotated, trying to stay clean, and trying to get as many spots as you can.
All right, here we go. Set. Chats are out front there with Dickens, Templeton and company. The points leader himself, Spees, obviously he's going to have his work cut out. He wants to get up there. Him and Templeton both. You don't have to work too hard getting that into the feature. They want to automatically be there. Pace trucks pulling. Pace trucks in. That's Sir Dickens. Coming to the line. Green flag. See Schatz are there, and Templeton haul it off into turn one. They're going to go door to door with it, but Dickens right there alongside. Almost a 3-wide battle up front. Meanwhile, Spees and Victory are battling it out for that final transfer spot. I know Spees definitely don't want to give that thing up. Here comes Bender on the inside, too. He wants a piece of the action. Still Spees hanging on. He would like to get up here. Maybe he thought about splitting the middle. He's still thinking about it. Get it back out over there for a second, though. Dickens, Templeton. Been a good, solid battle so far up front. Meanwhile, Victory's behind them. Templeton's down low. Dickens up top. Jatzer's out front leading. Now Spees has got Victory. Caught down to the inside. Not going to work this time either. Deal down low, though. Templeton's trying that low line. He's sticking down there. Able to hold his own for right now. Oh, Dickens got all kinds out of shape. Checked the field up, and he went all the way back to fifth. That puts Spees and Victory third and fourth. Early Christmas present for him. Now here comes Dickens to the fire back on the inside of Victory. That's a battle for fourth. Dickens on that inside. Victory's up on the top side. Spees there in front of him. Come around here, get the white flag here soon. Got Templeton out front. White flag one more time. Spees right there behind him. Victory hanging on solid for a moment. Fourth. There comes Spees. He's going to try it on the inside out of four. Oh. It's going to be Schatz or Templeton, Spees, Victory all in the top four on this one. He's race number one. He raced number 2, Super Dirt Car Series. The premier big block series. If you like the ground pounding, earth shattering action and sound of the big blocks, check these guys out as the Super Dirt Car Series. You got Andy Piercefield out front, John Hine there in second, Logan Gill in third, Dylan Perry up into fourth, Dick King up in fifth, Aiden Young in sixth, Peter Breeze in seventh, and Brent Carlton there in the 8th place spot. See what the Cool Rays man himself can do up front. Well, Vic, you was able to make the show here. What you thinking?
Yeah. I mighty thankful that there only being 2 heat races. That'll put me starting on the outside, so can't really. Oh wait, no, it will not. I'll be on the inside. Whoops. But yeah, I guess the good thing about this, for guys that are fighting for the championship, even though you finish 4th, you're not starting 12th or 15th in the heat race. You know what I mean? Or in the feature, you're starting somewhere closer to the middle of the pack. So it looks like everybody's going to make the field tonight, and should be some good racing.
Absolutely. Well, it has definitely been a heck of a week for you. 2 championships and good finishes for you.
Yep, looking forward to one more night next week for the Rebels division. So got to perform one more time and hopefully tie up that one.
There you go. See if Piercefield can hang on to the top spot with Perry, Gill, Young. Top 4 right now. John's got to have his work cut out for him way back there in the back. Oh, we've seen anything happen. Here we go. Pace trucks in. Race number 2. Green flag. We're racing. Piercefield gets a good jump out front there. Gill, Perry, along with him. Door-to-door action. Young hanging on back to third. Oh, going to split the middle. Perry for a minute there.
Some tight racing here, Joe. 3 wide for really first, second, third, and 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Absolutely. You see right there, Peter Breeze, man. Yeah, he can go back over Breeze in that 4th place spot. Aiden Young's not safe. He gets a little wiggly. And that puts him up there with Breeze, King, Carlton.
Yeah, it's really, really tight racing. Still pretty two distinctive lines. The bottom's not really that much faster than the top, or the top's not really that much faster than the bottom.
Oh, John got lucky on that one there. He split the middle. Was able to instantly get up to 4th. could have been disastrous. And meanwhile, Perry's been able to make it out front. Piercefield falls to second. He's got Gill on his inside.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to stop watching those top three because they're still battling pretty hard.
Absolutely.
Like I said, Perry made it to the front, but second place and third place aren't finished yet either.
No, it's not. That's Gill and Piercefield. Piercefield's taking the top side. Gill's got down on the low side. Gill's been able to make that low line work pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to run a similar line to what Perry's running, top in the 1 and 2 and bottom in 3 and 4. It's working for Perry, so I definitely don't blame Gill for trying it as well.
Absolutely. Piercefield right there. He's going to try that low end and see if he can get it done. Meanwhile, John's hanging on the fourth. Perry out front, white flag one more time. Three and four, final time. Perry, Gill, Piercefield, and Hine all bringing it home. Top four. Brings us up to our B main, Chip Banger Racing B main, that is. Check out Chip Banger Racing, sponsoring our B main tonight. Brian Dickens out front, Nick King there in second, Kyle Moon in third, Brett Carlton up in fourth, Preston Grimmer fifth, Aiden Young sixth, Brandon Bender there in seventh, and Peter Breeze going to round out the 8th place spot. What do you think the game plan is here?
For sure, everybody's making the race. So, I think we'll see guys running the bottom, the middle, and the top, trying to see what knowledge they can carry over into the feature. But while we got a second, I did want to note, obviously being a painter, I pick up on things, and I want to note Aiden Young's car. Typically he, if I'm not mistaken, his car is typically blue and white, and that looks like it's black. So the car looks good. I noticed it in the last heat race.
Got cool rays on it. I'm going to say that's the one that you painted.
I did not paint that one, I don't think.
Oh.
No, I didn't paint that one. I don't see a painter's logo on it, so he may have painted that one himself. I believe he owns Young Gun Creations, but I believe he might paint those cars. John may need to confirm that one, but it's a good-looking car. Black and white and that orange or red looks pretty good.
Yeah, I don't have a good side shot to see one on these for a while on this one, but I should. But you're right, though. Smooth. Like that.
But nonetheless, back to the racing. Like I said, I think you'll see guys, running the top, middle, and bottom, just trying to advance their position and also trying to find the next fast line. That's one of the big things in dirt track racing is you want to try to find the next fast line before the track actually moves to it. Because if you're chasing the track, you're going to be behind. You want the track to be chasing you.
And we've seen that time and time again as we go green here. Like I said, one line will be dominant for most of the race. The next thing you know, boom, different lanes, what opens up, and everybody. And then here comes a guy out of nowhere. We go green here in our B main. Dickens mooning up front, going to go side by side.
Yeah, and they're 3 wide right now for 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Carlton, Young, Breeze, Bender, all back there. Young's taking that high side along with Breeze right there on the low end with him with Bender. Preston back there in the back. Dickens up front trying to lead it. He's got company with Moonin.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I know Moonin had made the comment that he didn't really race these cars a whole lot, but you sure can't tell it.
Now, well, I've heard that time and time again before. He's got a couple cars in the back around. Yeah, I've heard that before. I don't like the track. I don't like the car too much. Next thing you know, they're the ones out there dominating.
Yep. And part of you wants to. It makes you wonder if he's playing hooky a little bit.
Right now, he's looking strong on that inside. He's using that middle lane right now.
Yeah, and him and Dickens are battling pretty hard, and then Nick King is right there behind him in case one of them makes a mistake. He's ready to capitalize.
And well, we know King likes these cars.
Yep.
And I always got to think about Kyle Parker too when I think about
when you think about the pro late models.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't talked to Kyle about racing in a little while, but I can promise you he's thinking about pro late models too.
Oh, yeah. Right now, though, you see King trying to work on the inside here, Moonin, to see if he can't take that second place spot. Meanwhile, Dickens has already ran out front here. Coming up near to the white flag with a good battle for second.
Yeah, and if you notice, the top line does get a pretty good run off the corner, but Nick King's able to reel him back in, getting into the corner. So we'll have to see how it plays out. It might be a drag race coming off turn 4.
Absolutely. King right there on the inside, going to see if he can't maybe sneak it in there on him. He has to fall back in line. Well, right now he's going to try it again, though. As Moon is there, they're going to come around and take the white flag.
Yeah, and if you notice in the 1 and 2 that time, Moonin went in a little bit higher than he has previously. But he was still able to clear King coming on the backstretch.
And he's going to have the advantage coming out of 4 here. It's going to be all Dickens, Moonin, King, and Bender, top 4 guys here. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a word from some of our sponsors here tonight.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today, we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, feature time here, and going to get set to light these guys up as they're going to get set to grid here tonight. Got a good field, about to line them up here. So let's grid these guys for our late models here, super late models tonight. We got Kurt Shatner out front, Dylan Perry there in second, Brandon Templeton up in third, Logan Gill in fourth, Steve Speeds in fifth, Andy Piercefield up at 6th, Nicholas Victor in 7th, John Hine up in 8th, Brian Dickens in 9th, Kyle Boone in 10th, Nick King 11th, Brandon Bender 12th, Peter Breed 13th, John 14th, Brett Carlton there 15th, Preston Kramer rounds out the 16th spot. Let's get set to rev these guys up tonight. All right, the pace truck's going to duck off. We're getting set to go green flag racing. Schatzer company out front. Here we go. Final time. Going to be a good one. Slow march to the lead here. Green flag. Crank it up here, man, with Dylan Westbrook Racing. Oh, caution out, and Kyle Moonen involved in this one. Brandon Bender around with it. Let's go back on the Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened. We're 3 wide, and just a little bit of contact between them. Next thing you know, we got cars around, nowhere to go. How's the track feeling?
Interesting. The bottom's not too bad, actually.
Right. Think you'll be able to make anything happen on that bottom?
Probably not. I'm on the top side now, so I'm at home.
Okay.
It's like a Airbnb on the bottom. Sometimes you can get some good nice sleep down there, but it's not home. You know what I mean?
They say where you're at right now, you're going to hold on in that 3rd place, so good to go right now.
Yep, just trying to maintain.
Still got Perry, Schatzer, Gill out front. Speed's the man trying to bring home Pockets championship here tonight. Got Templeton right there, beat down his back door. Go, get set to go green. Icon Sim Sports restart here. Hope everybody's having a good night. Check out the C2CRL.com for all your information here for the Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League. Pace trucks in.
Green flag.
Green flag. Schatzer and company out front. And they're going to tuck it 3 wide for the 2nd place spot. It's Perry, Speeds, Gill. Speeds going to get the 3rd. Meanwhile, out front, Perry's got his hands full with Schatzer, but he's able to take it. Schatzer here, and here comes Speeds all the way to the front. What a move. Now low, slide job. Perry says, not today. Speeds back again down on that low end. He still stays on the 2nd. Schatzer there in 3rd. Hicks holding strong up there in the fifth place spot. Hines right behind him. Meanwhile, they got Schatzer and Gill battling in front of them. Dickens back there too. Dickens down low. On the low end line. Templeton's trying that low line also. Passing that bottom side there where Hines is. I'm going to see if he can't do anything he can to get around Vic. Vic's not giving up that top lane, so now John's going to have to try the low line. Maybe put a slide job on him. I have to send it off down into the turn to get it done, though. I think normal riding down there is going to work. But we've seen time and time again that high lane go away. John's still down on the bottom. Perry's still out front leading. This one was Spees in second. Gill in third. Schatzer there in fourth. Victory hanging on to the fifth. John having a fall back in line behind him there with Templeton breathing down his back door. Templeton looking very strong. Kind of slid just a little bit right there. Ever so slightly. Perry's got a huge lead out front. Wow. That's not quite a second, but it's over a half a second over speed. Top three kind of pulled away from the fourth place man here, Schatzer, in victory. But down that top side of that wall, pulling away a little bit from old Hine. Got a couple car length advantage there. Templeton, so they get spread out just a little bit. Let's go a little further on back here, see what's happening. Bender, Young, Piercefield and Company. King not been able to make it through the field. Now off the pace back here. Then Moonen, remember earlier on, got caught up in the wreck. Not the night he won. Definitely not. Strong running right now amongst all these guys. He's still out front. It is all Perry. Well, Vic's able to make it around and get up to the fourth place spot. That's going to try to do the same thing down low. He went down low and was able to make it around Schatzer. And he's going to stay in tow with Vic. He still needs a lot more to be able to get around him. Take that spot away from third and points. Man out right here in second. He's thinking about championship, and he's closing in on the leader, Dylan Perry. Perry is seeing Spees catch up to him. Got time to get it done. They got enough room to sit up there and experiment a little bit, too. A new paint job there out there by Spees. You used to see him in a black style car. He's out there in kind of like a grayish. He's got VR on the hood. He ain't got nothing on the side, so experiment. Now he loses just a little bit of ground here to Perry. They got a good gap between Gill and Johnsville to make it around Vic. Templeton's going to make it around him also. Vic's got crossed up down on the bottom side. Oh, Templeton gets the wall. Allow Vic to slide up if he wants to. Yep. John's still going to have to do some more work. He wants to take that third place away. He really probably needs to pull off a victory here. So. Not out of the woodwork. Could be done. I think Spees right now is riding. So maybe the last lap, see if he can't close back in Perry. Perry wants to, never mind, yellow flag. Oh, King and Piercefield in the back there. It's going to Malcolm Mills replay, see what happens. King right there coming up on him. And Piercefield looks like he might have just got a little bit sideways, and King couldn't get slowed up in time, got in the back of him. How's car feeling, Nick?
It was pretty good, and I think you saw a prime example as to why I do not go to the bottom.
You don't go low.
Yeah, it's my motto. High side or die. So.
Well, I mean, the good news is, like I say, John's going to have to do a little bit more work in order to probably take that third place where it's at right now. So if you can keep him in your front view mirror, that'll be good.
Yep, because the opportunity's always there if he has to step out of line, if I can close that door.
Oh, yeah. No, Speeds is the man up here probably wanting to see this caution because he was losing ground there to Perry.
Yeah. Which, I think Speeds, as long as he stays where he's at and he doesn't get caught up in anything crazy, I think he'll be happy even if he doesn't win the race tonight. So.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, because he's coming in with a pretty good lead over Templeton. Templeton's going to really probably need Speeds to have a bad night, pretty much crash out of it from this point on, and go on to win a race. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it that way. I mean, anything can happen. Racing's crazy. I said the last one that I thought Beagle didn't pull it off, but that was only 1 point difference, and then what happened there?
Yep. And if you look, so Templeton's in 6th, and that's where Blake Chapman was going into that last lap in the first race too. Finished the race in 2nd. So
he ain't lying. So it ain't over with. Green flag. Single file though, and I know Perry likes that one. Speed's going to try to see if he can't maintain with him. Meanwhile, Gill down low, and you see Hines going to hang up top side. He had to get out of the binders just a little bit. Gill's not going to get back up to the top. He probably had the room to do it. Potter's probably telling him not clear, but he's definitely clear if he wants to slide it up there. I would before Hines closes that door. Hines wants that 3rd place spot. I'd do it now. Not doing it. He's staying down, and then boom, they make contact. Okay, now I say, okay, now try to be nice. Now I'm gonna slide that thing up in front of you. But never mind, he's lost all his momentum now. He'll have the opportunity to close that door, and that's just, I know in racing sometimes everything goes so quickly. We see it a lot different up here in the booth than they see it as drivers. But sometimes you got to react very quickly. I mean, like right here, probably Gill could slip right in, and yeah, he's going to. So that's what I'm saying. So needed to close that gap right there. Get back into, but he's trying that low end. I'm not saying that low line might not work for him. Remember, Hine gets up there and taps the wall one time. It's going to knock his momentum off. What he's doing now is keeping O'Hine there honest, making him run hard. You can see it. Yeah, he's going to get the run off the turn. Hine is. Gill's getting that run in the turn. And you can see it's making John right now run honest. John's going to try to throw a slider lines, white flag out of turn 4. Not going to be able to get it. Hines going to hang on the 3rd, but Perry's going to bring it home. The Speed's up there in 2nd. What a finish here to the late model. Cap this one off here tonight, folks. Bring some of these guys up here and get a word with them. What a season it's been. I'll bring him 3rd place man. I'll get a word with him. John, you in the booth? Got a copy?
I do. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Well, tell you what, good move down there. Which lane you think was benefiting you? That top side or low line?
That top side. I wish the track was about 6 inches wider. I did my best to try to knock that wall or push it back over there in 3 and 4 a couple times. It was treacherous for sure, especially when you were pushing. But I had the top working, so that kind of worked for me.
No doubt. Here to cap off the season, and the pro late models coming home here in 3rd. Is maybe anything else you could have done to get up there and battle with Speeds and them?
No, I don't think I had anything for those two guys. Once I got clear into 3rd there, I was maybe matching their pace, maybe just a little bit behind them. Those guys, they were running a little different line than I was, and I was just in a rhythm, so I kind of just stuck with what got me there. But I think they were kind of running almost like a slider line over there in 3 and 4, and I think that was probably the better way to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, bringing home 3rd place here to cap off a good season. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome finish?
Yeah, I do. This is a kind of a bittersweet night for me. I've been running Epsilon Sprint wraps on my car. Starting next season, we'll have a new look, a new wrap company, and I just want to thank Preston and then Epsilon Sprint Wraps for allowing me to run their car, and we've had a lot of success together. Everything else, it's been pretty cool to have them on the car. I also like to thank the cruise shop. If you want to go travel right now, is a good time to make some plans for spring break. Heck, even get a quick New Year's Eve getaway or a summer vacation. Go to the cruiseshopfw.com, get a hold of Brenna, and she can send you anywhere in the world you want to go. I also like to thank Cool Ray Heating and Plumbing. Heating and Cooling, and Andy over there. They do a lot for the league, and I'm proud to have them on my car. Also want to give a quick shout out to the Carrier guys. Sometimes they watch these things, and if any of the Carrier guys are watching, want to give a shout out to those guys too. And just my Gambler teammates. They're a great group of guys, make this thing so much fun. And my wife, I like to thank her too. And Joe, man, I'm gonna try not to get emotional here, but Joe, I thank you for everything that you've taught me over the last 6 months to a year on working with you, and thank you for everything that you've done in your broadcasts for the league and everything else.
I know, I'll tell you what, and I'll miss saying the cruise shop FW.com, the boat machine out there, but he was able to row that thing to third place here tonight. Again, congratulations on that run, John.
Yes, sir. You have a good night.
There we go. John Hine bringing home in third. We'll bring up our winner here, Dylan Perry, here tonight. Dylan, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, I tell you what, you had that thing wound up out there and looking strong. How was your racing the track?
It was good. I started qualifying I messed up a little bit in qualifying, but in the heat race, I was able to race. One of my sponsors, Andy, I was able to race them for a minute, and that was pretty cool. And then after that, I just had to make it through this feature and hope I didn't mess up and throw away the win.
Hey, I tell you, now, was you kind of worried maybe that last late caution there?
Yeah, because I noticed Steven, he'd close up the gap every so often. So there's a couple times I was worried when that caution came out that he was going to be able to hit that good, and I was just going to be a sitting duck. But it somehow worked out in my favor, and sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good.
Hey, I tell you what, you definitely had a fast machine out there all night long, pulling it off here to cap off the season with a victory in the super late models. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome win?
Yeah, first I got to thank Andy over at Cool Ray. I mean, he's been a tremendous help all year, trying to get me to run some bigger shows and all that. And then Banging Sets, I'm drawing a blank, my bad. B&B Custom Baits, Combs Cuts, all the guys over at CBR. And I'll also want to give a shout out to one of our teammates. He's having to take a break from iRacing for a little bit, but I wanted to shout out his daughter Taylor. She's going to go places, but I just got to thank everybody week in and week out, and they're all tremendous.
Hey, I tell you what, it was a good one here to cap it off, and a good win here tonight. Again, congratulations there, Dylan.
Thank you.
There we go. There's Dylan. Well, this guy here is able to hang on to second and bring home a championship here. Steven Speed's joining the booth.
What's happening, Joe?
Man, I tell you what, how was your night here? You were able to, first off, bring home a championship in the super late models. That's an awesome feeling. But also come home up here in second. Was there anything you could have done to get around Perry up there?
I needed him to bounce off the wall pretty hard, probably, or try a different line. A mistake's all that was going to get it. There wasn't really anywhere for me to pass. I think I had a little bit of speed. I had found a line that worked there the last handful of laps, but there was just nowhere to go to try to get around him, really. So, I knew I was running for championship points. I wanted to get that wrapped up, so I didn't want any mistakes. So I was pretty happy where I was. I'd love to I got to beat Dylan one of these days. I haven't beat him yet, but it'll come.
Hey, fast out there indeed. Has always been fast all season. You're the champ, though. I mean, and that's got to feel good to cap the season off with.
Oh, no, it absolutely does. John, I think, laughs at me whenever we're talking because I come into a season. I don't generally like points racing, and I kind of feel like sometimes it's just a participation award. If you keep showing up, you get it. But as the season went and I kept having good finishes, I started making sure I was focused and tried to go get it. So I'm it's fun to do and gives you something to push for.
Tell you what, you capped it off here tonight, season ending. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome finish in the championship?
Yeah, I just want to thank, Gambler Motorsports teammates. We always have a great time here, and all the other racing that we do. Really want to thank Andy at Cool Ray for everything he does for the league. Joe, thanks for hanging in there with us all season and getting to talk to you a bunch. So that was good times. And just everybody for, having a good season. So I think that we've got some real fast cars. We've had some real close racing, and hope everybody comes back and it continues that way.
Absolutely. There you go. There's the season champion, the super late model, Steven Speeds, folks. Well, it has been an awesome season here from the hometown heroes all the way here to the Thursday Night Thunder, folks, and I have definitely enjoyed it, and it has been a good one. And I want to say thank you to the Coast to Coast Racing League, all the drivers, all the viewers out there for the times and the memories that it has been for myself here at OSR Network. Well, Joe White here and everybody here at the Coast to Coast Racing Network and the Cool Rays. Final time signing off. Y'all have a good night, and everyone have a good Christmas too. Have a good one.